Alright, sorry guys, I was just getting this set up because I have not done this in a while. They have changed this format. Wow. Oh, we already got people in the chat. What's up, y'all? I'm gonna just wait for a couple more people to join and then I guess we can get started. I didn't really prepare much to talk about. I kind of just wanted to jump on here to just kind of chat. Give you guys an opportunity to talk because it's been a while. I've never done this on the new channel, which I started over 2 years ago. That's crazy. So, yeah, but I kind of miss doing these because I did them a lot on my old channel. Or just you know, I'd kind of just start a live, just start yapping to the fans and, give them an opportunity to talk and ask questions and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we're doing this again. And I know I said I wasn't going to do it until, I don't even remember what I said, like 1.5K, I think. But I don't really care. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want. Where did 20 people come from? This was just at 3. Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody who just joined? We were just waiting for people to join. I'm seeing a couple in the chat. What is this top fans thing? This is weird. This is so weird. Let's see. My channel is okay. All of us are not cooked. Yeah, I hate that YouTube update. Oh my god. I saw that and I was like, why? I don't understand why. I don't know, like it's probably some way for YouTube to try to restrict kids from seeing stuff they think they shouldn't be seeing, but that's not at all what's going to happen with this. Guarantee you their system's going to have flaws. They're going to take down the wrong channels, and it's stupid. It's like it shouldn't matter if you're on YouTube and under 18. Cuz guess what? I was under 18 when I started YouTube and I was doing okay. I mean, I get the intent behind it, but I can already see flaws happening, and including for me. I'm not going to reveal my exact age, but I happen to be just barely over that mark. So you'd think that I'd be safe, but I'm actually not, because considering what I do for YouTube, which is the same thing that you guys do for YouTube, they're probably going to make a mistake. They're probably going to make some sort of mistake, one little tweak in there. I already watched a video on it by Moist Critical or Penguin Dubs, whatever channel it was on, and he went more in depth in it, but there could easily be room for error with my channel. So I could be in just as much trouble as people who are 12 or younger. So it's I think it's really stupid. I hope none of your channels get taken down. I don't think it's really happened to anyone yet. I haven't heard of many cases of it, but we'll see. So that's great. I hope you guys, all your channels, stay alive and that you're free to roam around YouTube, do whatever the hell you want. Because I think that's what you should do. I think the age restriction on YouTube is fine. The system we already have is fine. And if they find stuff that they shouldn't be seeing, quite honestly, so be it. You could blame the parents. You cannot blame the parents. You can blame the kids. Whatever. Blame who you want to blame, but it's not going to get fixed like this. So as long as no harm's being done to anybody, we'll be fine, guys. We got this. let's look back in the chat. I wish you didn't cancel Total Plush Island. Yeah, I started that series thinking that I was just gonna jump back into stuff that my younger self was doing. Turns out I'm not what I used to be, guys. I had so much more drive to work on videos so much easier because I had like no life. No. Don't take that as a shot to anyone else, okay? This is just how I operate, okay? Because I had like nothing else going on, so it's much easier for me to focus on it. But when I have other stuff going on, it distracts me easier from working on videos to where I'm in this weird hole where it's like I gotta take some time off where I'm just not doing anything. Not a lot, but some. Meaning that because I'm so busy a lot of the time now, that there's time that I have off where I could be working on videos and then I just don't. Like stuff should be getting done, but it's just I don't know. It's not what it used to be. So as far as Total Drama Island, I like the series. Like I like the idea of making a series. I just don't think I could do it anymore. Like I don't think I have the patience to make 20 episodes worth of a series. Like I just don't feel it, you know? It's now other series that I'm doing, like Squid Game. Guess what? Guess what I did today, guys? I filmed episode 3 of Squid Game. Season 1 will continue, and as far as what to do afterwards, I'm gonna start another round of games after this. So I'm gonna finish the series I have ongoing, and then I will do one of two things. Either I make a movie, a Squid Game movie with 100+ players, or I do another season. That's or I do another I do a series, but it could just be a season 2 of what I have going. I don't know. So let me know what you guys prefer, if you prefer a movie or a series for that. But that's obviously not going to get done until after this first season. So yeah, let me know. Basically in live chats, if you chat for a long time, you get XP. The goal is to get the number 1 spot, which can be done if you're... Oh, that's weird. This new chat system is crazy. This feels like being on TikTok Live, where they have all those, like... What is it? Like, the roses and the I don't even know what those are, but I honestly think TikTok lives are kind of stupid. Like you pay money to send people roses. That's such a scam. That is a scam. That's how these people make money. I don't understand how you become successful as a TikToker. YouTube feels a little bit different, feels a little more real. But if you're making millions off of TikTok, I don't even think they make that much. But if you're getting rich off of TikTok Bank, that's wild. They don't get millions. I don't even know why I said that. Let's see what else. Sam, I'm losing motivation to do videos. Yeah. I feel like losing motivation for this kind of thing happens naturally when you get older. It happened to me at one point, and that's why I went incognito at one point. But I'm back. I'm trying. I'm just not uploading like 10 videos a month like I was back in the days. Like, when would you say was my prime? Like, OG fans would know this. I'd say like 2022. I think I was really hitting my stride that year. I was making Among Us series. I had like 2 different Among Us series ongoing. I had a Squid Game series that lasted for 2 seasons. I had my regular Hig World series. I had, what else was I doing? I started a Total Drama Island series. Um, that one didn't go very far, but I was moving like crazy. Now, oh yeah, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying my best. I want to do so much with my channel. It's just I'm working. I have school. I have personal responsibilities. I have life, people, friends, girlfriend. I have a bunch of stuff. It is just crazy. So, it's yeah. Do, 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 do. Can you keep this uploaded so I can rewatch it? Yeah, I mean, I plan to. I don't remember how the thing works, but I think it'll automatically save my live stream as an upload. So yeah, you could go back and rewatch it. If you're worried about missing much, there wasn't a lot that was said. The stream's been going for like 12 minutes now, and I've pretty much just been yapping. There hasn't been a lot of stuff said. What else? Oh, also, I've been getting asked about this. A plush collection. Do you guys want me to do that still? Because I'm thinking about doing one probably like at the end of this year. I think that'd probably be a good time to do it. Only reason I haven't is because I don't know. It's been weird. It's been weird. Um, I have reasons. Well, not really, but there's kind of a story behind what's been going on with my collection because it's changed a lot. There's not only new ones, but there's like some of them are gone. Some of my old plushies I don't have anymore, and some of them were. I might just tell the story. I'll give it a second to read the chat, and then I might tell a little story about what's been going on with that. I actually have a bunch of them in front of me right now. I think this is all of them. So yeah, let me flip that camera on, and oh, what the hell? Can you guys see my camera right now? Cause it's giving me a thing. Let me know in the chat real quick if you can see my camera, cause there's something popped up, so I don't really know. Okay, I'm seeing yes, so I'm gonna just or wait. Oh, it's got to be this way. That's stupid. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. But check this out. That's the gist of my collection as it stands now. There's some that are not here because they're off doing Squid Game things, and I don't want to show that because it might give some slight spoilers. I'm gonna use my tripod real quick, so I don't have to hold that up. Okay, don't mind the clothes in the back. That's those are clean. Let's see. Will you ever make a separate channel? Will you ever make a separate channel where you do Joe's World again? No. I don't see the need to do another channel just because the whole Joe's World thing was an experiment that basically drove me to where I am now. Cuz I took a direction with that, and it's like I liked what I was doing. I just like it was a whole thing with the characters I was trying to figure out. That's why I kept doing like different stuff with different characters. So it was like I had I had when the channel was called Joe's World, I made about like 12 videos, and then I stopped, and then I came back, did like 3, and now I have a new 3. That's gonna be the permanent series as it stands now. The 3 videos that I've posted in the last like 2 months, the Hig World series, that's what's gonna be ongoing now. So it's like Joe, Yoshi, Mario, Luigi, DDD, Jack. Those are the main characters as of right now. I was experimenting around trying to see like what worked the best, and you know, I liked what I had before, but there were certain things I just wanted to change it up. So that's where we're at now. So that's what it's gonna be now. Why is Among Us not in your list of videos? I unlisted Among Us because I'm honestly not gonna continue that series. I think I'm done with Among Us. And I know I said that before, but I mean, it's 2025. Among Us videos haven't even been relevant since then, so I don't see a need to keep that going. I was originally gonna try to have a complete series on this channel just to kind of recreate what I did with my last channel, but now it's just not worth it. I'm still gonna do Squid Game though, because I think I see potential there. And especially because Squid Game is still relevant, because the series itself actually just wrapped up 2 months ago. Not quite 2 months, but you know what I mean. And I freaking love that show, man. Like, you don't understand. I love that show. I want to recreate it, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I want to keep that series going. And what else? What else? Is SBO still in Squid Game? Yes, SBO made it past the first 2 games. He's one of the plushies who's not in the frame right now because he's off getting ready for Tug of War. So, yeah. Are you ever going to make a plush collection? Okay, someone can answer that for you because I already did. When is episode 3 coming out? Do you have a date? I don't have a date. I filmed a good amount of it already today. I've only got like a couple scenes left. And then once I finish filming, I'll probably start editing like this weekend, hopefully. So I'll try to get that out by next week if I can. That's when I want to get it. I want to get it out as soon as possible because I'm honestly tired of making you guys wait. I feel bad doing that. But, you know, life happens. So, yeah, I see Jet. Yep, Jet's like right there. He's up there. Basic question. But what or who inspired you to make plush videos? That's a really great question. Back in my early days of being a youngster, I watched SML. I think that's what really started it for me. And mind you, this was back like 2015, 2016. That was like the peak era of SML. So these videos were bangers. Like, this was like crazy. And yes, I know, I was too young to be watching them at that age because if you've seen them, which you probably have, you know there's some not so kid friendly stuff in there. Because they did not hold back. And I even got in trouble with my parents for watching them, but you know, I didn't care. You know, I was free balling. But I mean, you know, they make great videos. Not recommended for young kids, but I'd say if you're old enough to at least understand some of the you know, so like just the general reality of why it's not good for kids, I think you're good. Like I was watching, what was I, like 10? Like 9 or 10. That was a little too young because I didn't understand some of what I was seeing. However, I think by the time you get to like 12 or 13, something like that, I think you can kind of understand better some of it. So I don't think it's a big deal if you're a little too young. It's whatever. What's your top 5 favorite plushies you own? Ooh, okay. I own a lot of plushies that I really like. Like some of them are rare. So, okay. Um, Let me think about that. Well, obviously Shrek. Shrek is like my number one. These aren't gonna be in order, but I also really like my Cloud Strife. So I'd say he's on there. Sephiroth is cool too, but he's not in my top 5. This might be a hot take, but I really like my Patrick plush. Like he was like my favorite when I got him. Like I had a weird attachment to that one. Um, so I'd say like Shrek, Cloud, Patrick. Uh, who else? Who else? There's a lot of cool ones. Oh, I really like the Mighty Eagle. So we'll say that's the fourth one. And number 5. Oh, my new Bowser Jr. plush. That plush, where's I want you know what? I want to see if I can find him. Cuz like we got Mighty Eagle right there. Can't show Shrek, can't show blah blah blah. Can't show Shrek, can't show Cloud for Squid Game. They're still in Squid Game. And the others is like, oh, here he is. Look at this Bowser Jr. plush. So nostalgic. And then Patrick is right here. I love this guy. So yeah. And then yeah, those are my top 5, I'd say. Um what is your favorite video game? Probably 2K. I play that one a lot more cuz I like basketball. Um I like basketball a lot, so I play 2K with some of my friends. Favorite Nintendo game though, I'm a little basic. I like good old Mario Kart. Love that. I'm pretty good at Mario Kart too. Y'all don't even know. I'm not like a pro level or anything, but I'm pretty good. Like I've smoked my friends a couple times. Not to flex or anything. Do you watch Crazy Films? He also has a Plus channel. Yeah, I watch Crazy Films. You know, me and him were boys back in the day. You don't even know, but yeah, he was. No, he was one of my. I I wouldn't say I had like friends in the Plush Tube community, but I'd call him like an ally, just cause like I don't know any of these people personally, like in real life, but yeah, I we support each other's channels. I still watch his stuff to this day, and yeah, so I like Crazy Films. Do you plan to make a Discord server? Honestly, probably not. I had one back in like 3 years ago, and then I just got rid of Discord. And I honestly don't really care to have Discord. So yeah. Um, what is your first ever plush? Hmm. Well, my first ever plush definitely doesn't exist anymore because I had a lot of them as a kid. But for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna assume you mean like first that I still have today. And you know, funny enough, it's actually this SpongeBob plush you see right here. Let's get a closer look at him. I got this guy back in 2019. Way older than most of these guys. Cause next I got like quite a few in 2020. And then um yeah, so like but but if you guys like watched my old channel back before it got taken down, that you know that Kermit plush that I used to use, not my new one because I did get a new one, but that one was from 2018. I no longer own that Kermit though. So oldest plush in this room right now is definitely Spongy Boy. Um, so yeah. Do you still own Infinite? I don't. I don't own Infinite anymore. I only had him for like a couple months. I think it might be time to tell the magic story, guys. Okay, so this goes back to about like January of 2024. Okay. I decided I got a lot of plushies, and some of them I don't even want anymore. Some I'll just get rid of some. So I got rid of a few. Not a lot. Just a few. Maybe like 15, 20, you know, not a lot. Maybe like 15. Anyway, then when I was making this decision, I separated all of my plushies into like three different groups. There's those that I'm definitely keeping. There's those that I'm maybe keeping, like probably maybe, but they're not like guaranteed. And then there's those that I want to get rid of. So there's these, imagine these three garbage bags, because that's what I used for some reason. So I took every single plush and I put them into a bag. And the ones that I definitely wanted to keep consisted of about 40. And then there was like a bunch of them in the maybe pile. And then some that I'd get rid of. So I tossed away the one that I wanted to get rid of. And for some reason, the maybe bag got left out. So this maybe bag was found by someone in my household who saw the garbage bag, assumed it was meant to be trash, and took it out to the dumpster. And then, boom, a good 50 plushies down the drain right there. I lost so many. And I have since then been replacing them. This bag consisted of Yoshi, Fox, Falco, all the FNAF plushies, Knuckles, Tails, I'm just spitballing off the top of my head here. Who else was in that bag? I don't know, King K. Rool, who I can see, Mr. Krabs, a few of the Angry Birds, Greninja, who else? Who else? There was a lot that were, Goofy, Donald, who else? Like the old Silver, Jet, and also a couple. There are a few that I have yet to replace. So the ones that I don't have, Ryu, I don't have anymore. Storm, I don't have anymore. Isabelle, I don't have anymore. That's just to name a few. I replaced most of them since then, but that's kind of what happened there. So that's why when I did my first Squid Game series, there were a lot of plushies that were not a part of that. And y'all have been asking to see these characters in my videos that I just didn't have at the time, but you thought I did. But I've since then been replacing them while also accumulating a few of them. But, that's what happened there. I never told you guys about that. But yeah, there was a point in time where my plush collection dropped from like 130 to 40 overnight. So that was crazy. But, we ballin' now. So, yeah. Oh, and yeah, you asked about Infinite. I never replaced Infinite. I'm thinking about maybe. I've been thinking about maybe getting a new Infinite, but I don't know. Did you get a new Goofy? I did. He's actually right here. Would you like to see him? Oh, yeah. I love this Goofy plush. And that's actually one thing I liked about that happening, is that there's a bunch of plushies that I've taken this opportunity to, instead of just simply replacing the old one, I just upgrade. Just get a better one. That's what I did with Goofy and Donald. And that's why I also have every Sanchi FNAF plush now. Like all 4 of them. I don't even think you guys have seen Chica. I just got that one recently because I found one that's actually affordable and not like $200. She's like right over here. Mep. She back. So yeah. I'm actually kind of excited to do a plush collection video because there's a lot of them that I don't think you guys even know that I have. That big Snorlax is fairly new too. I don't think y'all even knew about that. And finally, no more bootleg Koopalings. I got rid of all the bootlegs. Um, so no more bootleg Iggy or Ludwig. I haven't replaced Roy yet, but I want to get a new Roy. So, yeah. Who would you pick as the violent of the channel? I don't know what that question means. Charmander and Bubbles new plushies. Yeah, the Charmander's right there. I don't know who Bubbles is. Oh, the Angry Bird. Yeah. I got new Angry Birds. I got a lot of Angry Birds now because I love Angry Birds. The Angry Birds plushies, I had a bunch of them when I was a kid, so they have a soft place, a special place in my heart. So I've got like Red, Chuck, Blue, Bomb, Matilda, Hal, Terrence, Bubbles, Space Chuck, King Pig, regular pig, and the female bird, the red one. Yeah. Oh, I got another new plush that I think you guys might find cool, because I really like this plush. He's like right here. Look at this Mewtwo plush. Isn't he cool? I got him for pretty cheap, so I feel pretty good about that. Oh, and here's Joe. You guys want to say hi to Joe? Yeah. That's Joe. Yeah, so funny thing, I was collecting the group last night because I was preparing to film for Squid Game today. And there's 33 people remaining, right? But tell me why I had 34 plushies in front of me. And it took me almost 5 minutes to figure out who the imposter was. I was trying to wait a minute. One of you is already gone. So I was trying to figure out who wasn't supposed to be there, and it was Joe. I thought Joe was still in Squid Game. I forgot I killed him off this soon. I don't know why that feels so weird to me. But yeah. Luckily he's no longer tied down by the series. But yeah, so far this episode's pretty good. I think you guys are gonna like it. I'm trying to do a really good job with this series because I know you guys have wanted this for a while and I don't want to give up on it. So, yeah. How many plushies do you have? At the moment, I'm at, I don't know, like 115, I think. Because I've gotten a lot of plushies in the last 2 years. Like think about how many, you don't even know how many I've had to replace while also getting new ones. But I mean, I have a job. I'm getting money now, so it's a lot easier than it used to be. I think I haven't done a full head count in a little bit, but I think I'm around 115. So yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do for my next Squid Game. I want to have as many players as possible. Like I told you guys 100, that it'd be 100, but I meant that as at minimum 100. I'm trying to get to 150. I want to see if I could do that. In the next couple months, I'm gonna probably get a few more. and we might have a Squid Game season bigger than I ever have. Because it's actually, I've never done a Squid Game with 100 players. The closest thing was 90 players in my season 2 on my last channel. Technically, it was 95 because I had 5 late entries. So that's pretty close. Who would you pick as the villain of the channel? Ah, okay, so that makes sense. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out roles for my Hig World series. Like, you know how I have that main crew who just lives in the house? That's basically everything that's canon to the channel is gonna be in that series. I'm thinking it's just gonna be Bowser, but I don't know. If I can think of someone better, that's what I'm gonna do. Because, I mean, Bowser's a good choice, but at the same time, I might not want to be basic. Um, but, you know. Please, plush collection. Yeah, I'm gonna do a plush collection. If you guys really want it, I'll do one at the end of the year. Have you ever thought about getting a Mephiles plush? I don't know who that is. I don't even know if I'm reading that right. Yeah, I don't know. Where's Bulbasaur? I don't have Bulbasaur. I want to get him though, cause I have Charmander and Squirtle. So I gotta get Bulbasaur. I'm working on that. Yeah. Did you get any new plushies? I'll let you be the judge of that. If you see anything new, then I'll let you answer your own question there. But that's what I got in front of me right now. So, yeah. Have you watched Squid Game season 3? If you did, what did you think about it? I did. I did watch season 3. I watched all 6 episodes in one day. And I freaking loved it. I don't. Let me know what you guys think of Squid Game season 3 if you guys watched it. But me personally, I enjoyed it. The only thing I feel was a little flawed was how they ended it, while at the same time, like personally flawed. I feel like there was some stuff that just felt like what, but that was primarily connected to the whole detective side plot. The side plot was good because when I felt like it was building up to something, but at the end when he finally got, spoilers ahead by the way if you haven't seen it. So, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't taken the month and a half to watch it, then I'd get out of here now. So if you don't want spoilers, go away. But the whole detective side plot thing, you probably hear a lot of people talk about this, but it was all right when it was leading to something, and it could have been really good. But I feel like once he got to the island, he just didn't do anything. And then it's just like, okay, so these guys that were a part of this side plot, they just like go on like they won. Like they completed their mission. They didn't do anything. Why are they so freaking stupid? I don't. Other than that, the games were good. I loved hide and seek and I loved jump rope, and I liked how they ended the games. Except for the fact that the baby won. I thought that was stupid. All in all, though, I liked the season a lot. I loved the season. It was a lot of emotion, and I thought it was a good way to end the show, even though there were just those couple things. Other than that, great season. I arguably better than the second season. So, let's see. Mephiles the Dark from Sonic. Oh, I've just never heard of that character. I can look him up, but I don't know him. Did you get any more FNF plushies or Sonic or Kirby? Friday Night Funkin', no. I used to have a Pico plush, then I got rid of him out of my own choosing, just because I was never into Friday Night Funkin' like that. I thought about getting a boyfriend plush back then, but I'm not gonna get any more just because I'm not really into it. Sonic, I didn't get anyone new. I just kind of replaced the old ones. But I did get a GE Jet in silver, which I like a lot better than my old ones. And then Kirby, same thing. No new Kirby characters. I was literally just got my whole collection back because for Kirby, my collection consisted of, I want to say 8. Yeah, so it was Kirby, DDD, Meta Knight, Kawasaki, Rick, and then I replaced Waddle Doo, Waddle Dee, and Koo. Those were the ones I lost, but I just got all of them. Well, I got all of them back now. So, um, is that a new Goofy? This is a new Goofy. This is the Disney Store official Goofy. I don't know why everyone's so surprised by Goofy because he's been in a couple videos already. I've had that one for like over a year now. So yeah. Do you want to show us the new plushies that you got? Um, I could show you a few, but it's like I'd have to dismantle the whole pile just to show all of them. I can show you a few that are like right in front of me, like Toadette. I'm sure you've seen the whole time. I got this new Donald. Well, you've seen him in Squid Game. What haven't you seen? Ah, okay. Remember how Master Chief was a character on my old channel? If you're an OG, you remember Master Chief. However, he is no longer red. He is now what's the term? What's the term? Historically correct? No, not historically. I don't know, but he's green. He's supposed to be green. So I replaced Master Chief and got a green one, and I think this is really cool. Also, we got Enderman. I got a few new Minecraft plushies, but Enderman is just one of them that's happens to be right here. Also, we got Eeyore. I don't know why I'm getting Winnie the Pooh plushies, but this one I saw for a really cheap deal online, so I just decided why not, because I loved these plushies when I was a kid. So yeah, they're there. Ooh, this one's cool. Metal Mario. Didn't know I wanted this till I saw it in the store. Oh, we also got King Pig is right there. Piplup is right below him. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna show off for right now. What is your least favorite plush that you own? I don't know. I don't like to degrade these guys because I love all my plushies, but if I had to pick one, honestly, it might be. There's a few bootlegs and stuff in my closet that I don't even use, but I'm not really gonna count them. In this pile, let's see if I can. Let's see here. Who is my least favorite? Oh, probably the Grinch. I don't really care for him, but he's just here. So yeah, that's it. You should get Smurfs plushies. I don't know. I don't think I do a lot with Smurfs. That is a new Cuphead. Yeah, he's all the way in the back. Um, Actually, I'll show him off. This is the Funko Cuphead plush. No, I don't have Mugman. I don't even know if I'm gonna get him. So yeah. I have the old model of that Goofy. I'm assuming you mean the one that I used to have. And yeah, that one was alright, but I like this one better. He's cool. Do you have any plushies that you don't want? If you do, can I have them, please? No. I'm content with everyone that's here, and I don't plan to give anything away. Maybe if I dig some in my closet, then maybe there's something. I think I have like an old Mario and Luigi. Um, And I actually have an old Koopa because, well, it's not old, but it's outdated because where's the I accidentally ended up with this Goldie Koopa um because he came with the Bowser Jr. They were in a bundle. I didn't want a Goldie Koopa, but I got him because I wanted the Junior. Um and since I got him, I kind of just decided to switch over from the Sane All-Star Koopa because he's kind of cool. So, yeah. And it's also same reason, SML nostalgia right here. I mean, he's your doll, dude. If you know, you know. Get. Oh, funny enough, I also had to replace this puppet because he was also one of the ones that I lost. And I gave him a chain. I also changed his name. This guy is no longer Ben. His name is Terry. So yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this character, but we'll figure that out. Um, yeah, that's just over there in case you were wondering. What else do I have in here? There's a creeper plush. I had this one when I was a kid. There's like one of my really old videos on another channel that you guys don't even know exists. There was one video where I used this creeper plush and he had like a Boston accent. And that's kind of what made me want to buy this is because I just found that video one day and I was like, damn, I missed that creeper plush. He's so nostalgic. So I just decided to get him. And that's actually why I got Enderman, because those two came in a bundle. So yeah. Give us a quick plush collection. I cannot do that because I said this earlier and I'm gonna say it again. Some of my plushies are being occupied for Squid Game, and I can't really show them right now because it's gonna give spoilers. Because there's some that are separated from the ones who are already dead. Like where I'm at in filming the new Squid Game episode, some of them have already died and they're like off separate from the ones who are still alive. So if I show the ones who are being used for Squid Game, I'm gonna give spoilers. So I don't want to do that. That's why there's a bunch of them that aren't here right now. This is just the rest of the collection. I saw Snorlax. Yeah, look at this Snorlax plush, guys. He is massive. He is massive. He's bigger than Shrek. Massive. Do you realize this stream is 50 minutes? Jesus. I no lie, I just turned 50 minutes right after I finished reading that comment. There's no way I've been talking this long. Wow, y'all really like to listen to me yap, don't you? That's awesome though. I appreciate you guys. Of course, I'm appreciative from every single fan I've ever had from the beginning till now. And I'm still trying to work back to what I had on my last channel. I think I was at like 1.68 subs. I think that's what I ended with. And right now we just hit 1.2K. So that's not bad. That's pretty close. I know that's primarily on me because I'm not posting enough to get that kind of following back. But I'm assuming that once I get going, it'll all get easier and I'll kind of manage. Honestly, though, this summer for my channel hasn't been what I wanted it to be. I wanted to get so much more done. But, I'm doing what I can. Hopefully the next Squid Game episode is out by next week, and then I can get going on the next one. I don't want to do these long breaks anymore. I just want to catch momentum and then get a bunch of videos done at once. That'd be great, but you know, you know how it is. So, yeah. Um just the ones you can do small collection fire. I don't really want to dismantle all these. I promise, just give me a little more time. We'll be getting a plush collection. So, yeah. When do you think Monado Strife will make Among Us 8? He's been teasing it. I did see that. That was crazy. I wouldn't expect anything from him until like 2026. Like you know how he likes to really take his time with those. And I get it. I mean, like Among Us 7 was a whole Marvel movie length. 2 hours 22 minutes. I get why he stopped, cuz how are you even supposed to top that? But he is coming back. It's just I know he's busy with his other channel, which has been taking off, by the way. I'm not a big fan of Sonic and Friends, but I get why they started milking the whole Sonic thing. It's because it's bringing them views, which is now making them money. So, of course, they're gonna ride that out until it dies, which is probably not gonna because they've built up a pretty good channel. Even though I'm not personally a big fan of what they're doing now, it's working for them. So, good for them, honestly. I just miss the old days where they were where their channel was Mario and Friends, where there was a variety of characters, but now it's just Sonic. Everything is just Sonic. So that's kind of why I stopped watching them. But, you know, but now he's like doing that while coming back to Monado Strife. Like I did not think we were going to hear anything from that channel ever again. So yeah. I made a custom frontman mask for my Squid Game series out of my old sock. That's actually fire. That probably looks cool. I've done stuff like that for there was a video I had on this channel called The Robbery, and I used two of my old socks to make like ski masks for Jack and Patrick. I don't know if you remember that video. It's still up on my channel from like 2 years ago if you want to go watch it. Which honestly, I like that video. Like the robbery and the prison escape were probably my two favorite videos from the Joe's World era of this channel. The prison escape I really liked. So feel free to go check those out. And I might do something like that with my new Hig World series, but I don't know. But yeah, new frontman mask, like a custom frontman mask is cool. Oh, speaking of the frontman, I've decided to make one for my Squid Game. I'm not gonna say any more about who it is or anything, but there's gonna be a frontman at some point. So, yeah, look out for that. Do you pray? Do you? Hello? Do you play Roblox? Not so much nowadays. I used to quite a bit, but I stopped. I well, it's not like I quit or anything. I just haven't played it in a while. I can, but you know, I just haven't. Why did you delete Among Us videos in Joe's World? If you're talking about the Nitro Among Us videos, I mean, kind of speaks for itself. Those videos just weren't good. Like they were low effort, no editing whatsoever, no like custom sound effects. That was back at the time where I was just ready to throw YouTube out the window. But then I just started doing those videos just to do Among Us without any of the effort. So that's why I just didn't care for the videos. So, yeah. What video are you most proud of on this channel? Ooh, it's a good question. Um, hmm. Honestly, huh. I got like 3 answers. I got like 3 different videos for different reasons. In the Joe's World era, I was really proud of my prison escape video because, well, that one was long and it took effort, but I liked how that one came out like a lot. I also liked the, what was it called? Joe's House. I think that's the name of the first video of the Higworld series. I liked that one because I also, it's not very long, but I did put a lot of effort into that and like setting up for my Higworld series. So it might actually be that one. I was also tempted to say my first episode of Squid Game just because of how that one turned out. No, not how the video turned out, how it turned out with the fans. It has 14K views on my channel at the moment. It's the most popular video I've posted on this channel alone. Which I can't say I'm surprised because my last channel, it's just my first episode of Squid Game series just has a high success rate. I think my first episode of Squid Game season 1 on that channel got like 50K views. That's probably the most I've ever had, like ever, on YouTube. So, yeah. I think it might be Sephiroth. Oh, the front man? Oh, maybe. Maybe, you never know. So, he's a good choice, though. He seems like, you know, he gives off that energy, so I could see that. Um, is it Springtrap from FNAF? I don't have a Springtrap plush. Because I don't think they make one from Sanchi. So I feel like it'd be weird to get Funko FNAF plushies when I have the rest are Sanchi. So they'd be a little bigger. So yeah. Can I add you on Roblox? I don't remember my username. And I don't feel like looking for it. Yeah. No, the random one with Joe's World regular videos cast. I don't understand what that question's asking. Toy Story, Woody and Buzz. I got Woody. He's with the Squid Game cast right now, doing Squid Game stuff. I no longer have Buzz. He's one of the ones that was sent away. I just record sound effects from my TV. That's what I used to do. Now I just copyright. I don't really care. My front man is Grumpy Smurf. That's cool. I don't have any Smurf plushies. Have you seen my Squid Game series? No, I haven't. When is the next Squid Game episode? Probably next week. Probably. Can't confirm, but probably. Will Monkey Bars return? I don't even know. Like, if I do another series or season or whatever, I was thinking of just doing the season 2, season 3 games from the show. But if you let me know if you really want, if y'all really want the Monkey Bars game to return, I can maybe find a way to make that happen. That was just something that I came up with back then, back when I was doing my season 2. I was like, okay, like this would be a cool new game. And I was trying to come up with more, but I couldn't think of a lot. All I did was like that and the mountain. The mountain's not even a game. That one was stupid. But the monkey bars, I feel like I was onto something there because I almost thought that the monkey bars was going to be a game in season 3 of the show. So that would have been really freaking cool if I had predicted that. That's all I'm saying. Um, and then I've seen a lot of like Squid Game plush series get recommended to me, where they have the monkey bars as one of their games. I'm talking like plush series, like on YouTube. I'll just stumble across a random Squid Game series where they have the monkey bars featured as one of the games, and I think like, oh, that's really cool because like I'm pretty sure I was the first one to ever do that. I'm pretty sure I came up with that. So I think that's really cool because that means that people saw my series and they liked that idea, and I inspired other people, and that's a really good feeling. So I might try to feature the monkey bars if I can. Um, Emperor Zurg. I do not have Emperor Zurg. I don't have anyone from Toy Story other than Woody. I used to have Buzz, and then I didn't. So yeah. I'm actually currently looking to get a Lotso plush. I don't know why, I just kind of want one. Um, Jack and Oogie Boogie. I don't have Oogie Boogie. That one might be cool though. I'll think about that. Do you still have Elmo? Nah, Elmo been gone. I might replace him though, but again, I don't know about that either. Um, yeah, did I loved your season two? I wish I got to watch the finale. Thank you. I put a lot of effort into that. I'm sorry I didn't deliver a finale for that. That was around the time where YouTube was starting to cause me a lot of stress. And it was at a sucky time because that was basically when I was about to wrap up a lot of my series. It was when I was going to do the finale of Squid Game and Among Us, and add a couple more episodes of TPI. And yeah, but it was basically, I think the premise was going to be just like a battle between Luigi and Ganondorf, and then Mario coming back from the dead, or everyone coming back from the dead to fight against the front man. But then it was like, it was they were gonna wake up and realize that it was the purple Yoshi had them in a simulation the whole time, and that the front man was indeed Purple Yoshi. Jason, that was his name. I forgot what I named Purple Yoshi for a second in that series, but it was Jason. Um, so I'm sorry I couldn't deliver that, but you know, we're getting back to some older content, taking it back and trying to recreate that now. So that's what I want to do at least. But Among Us is probably not gonna happen anymore. Maybe I'll probably do an Among Us video, maybe even a mini series within the Higworld series, if that makes sense. But um, not like an official story arc for Among Us because I can't start a new thing there anymore. Um, a lot of them also like the idea that some randomness guy makes it before Sonic. Oh yeah, I also did that before where Tuxedo Pants was the first one to cross the finish line in Squid Game right before Sonic and Shadow, and they were all like, "Huh? You're cheating." I might do that in my new season, or my new uh my new series, or whatever. I don't even know what to call it yet because I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna make it into a movie or a new season or series or whatever. So let me know about that. What you guys think there? Um, these view numbers change really fast. It just said 8 like a second ago. Now it's down to 3. That's crazy. I might get a bunch of Toy Story plushies. I've thought about getting a couple. Like, I might get Buzz again. I've also looked into getting Rex, maybe. But mostly, I think I want a Lotso, and I'm probably going to get Lotso at some point. The others I'm like, I don't know about. I think Cloud is 456. I've thought about making Cloud a main character in a series like Squid Game before. I just don't know if I'm gonna do that. What about the Hunger Games series? The one that I already had was alright. It just, I mean, it didn't really go with the style of my content. Because it wasn't a plush video, it was me just using an online simulator. And I remember when some people saw that series, they hated it. Like, I remember seeing in the premiere chat that people saw me using the online simulator and they were like, "Oh, what? I thought this was gonna be a plush video. Boo, boo." I know some people really liked it, but I don't know. I just I didn't feel worth it to keep that going. I could do it again because it's like not that hard to do. Like it's not a lot of effort to film. It's pretty much me just yapping about whatever's going on. The thing that takes a while is setting that thing up because it takes so long to upload pictures to add. Like it takes a while to set it up. So that's just a little annoying, but if you guys really want that to come back, I guess I could. Um, have you seen my Squid Game series? No, I haven't. Sully is back there somewhere. Yeah, I've gotten a new Sully plush since then. What is your favorite Pokemon? Mine is Poliwhirl. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't even know. Poliwhirl was Bowser Jr.'s favorite Pokemon in the SML Pokemon series. But I like a lot of Pokemon. Growing up, it was always Bulbasaur. I don't know why. I still really like Bulbasaur, but he's not my favorite. Favorite, I wanna like I kind of want to say Incineroar, but that feels biased because for a little while he was like the only Pokemon plush that I owned in that little stretch of time where a bunch of them got rid of. Cause like in that batch that I accidentally got rid of, that batch contained like Pikachu and Squirtle and Jigglypuff and pretty much every Pokemon plush that came before Incineroar. So Incineroar was the only one that survived. So I've had like a personal bias to Incineroar. Um, Favorite one overall though, like it's between Incineroar and Charizard and Mewtwo. I might actually be inclined to say Charizard. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Plush collection tomorrow. No, 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 no. It December. Wait till not even December. Wait till New Year's. That's when I'm gonna do a plush collection. So you can stop asking. I'll do it. Just not now. I'll do one at the end of the year because that's generally when you're like supposed to. Will you get a Bendy plush? No. I Is Bendy a game? I don't know Bendy like that. If it's a game, then I've never played it. Um, but yeah, I don't know Bendy like that. I only know Bendy because a lot of people have a Bendy plush that they use. I've thought about getting Boris just because he's stupid looking and I kind of want him to dog on. But that one's a maybe. Bendy, no. Who's your favorite Squid Game character? Great question. I like a lot of Squid Game characters. Like Giyun, aka 456, is up there. He's one of my favorites. Um he's not it honestly might be Thanos. I really like Thanos. It's funny because my brother hates him. He thinks he's douchey, but I love Thanos. Um And then who else is up there? Like I really like Sabyuk. I also really like Ali. And I like a lot of these. Like I like Song Woo too. And the old man. I like all the OGs from season 1. And then there's a bunch of the new characters in season 2 that's like, yeah, they're cool. Jong Bae is one of my favorites too. I think he's severely underrated. But Jong Bae is up there. I though I Thanos is probably my favorite. I don't even know why. He's just I mean, you know why. He's funny. Um what I also think is really funny about Thanos is the drugs, and the fact that he had the drugs there made this funny little side plot thing where there's after he dies there's these drugs that are kind of going around. And then once they get past to Namgyu, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw season 2, I didn't like Namgyu. He pissed me off. But season 3, post Thanos, he has the drugs and he becomes one of my favorites in that season. That really turned his character around for me. Like and then they get past to Minsu, and I didn't know his character could be funny. But, that's like it was a whole funny thing where they all go through this process where they get addicted and then they start fiending for more, and then it's like, you know. Let's see. Will you ever get Baldi or Hello Neighbor? Probably not. I've never played Hello Neighbor, and never really wanted a Baldi plush like that. So it's probably not. My favorite is Namgyu. Yeah, like I really like Namgyu now after season 3 because he was really funny. But I didn't like him at first. I don't know, he was like different when Thanos was there. He would just follow him around and he was kind of like his dog. His little you know. But then after Thanos dies, he kind of becomes his own person. Even though he starts imitating Thanos a bit. But he was still really funny. I also hate the Player 44 woman. Yeah, I hated her too. She pissed me off. And honestly, I wish Gi-yoon killed her. Because he had so many chances to. Like, season 3, when Gi-yoon is in his, like, alright, I don't give a shit anymore kind of mood, and he just chokes her out. That was awesome. And in that hide and seek game, he could have killed her, but he didn't because he was looking for Daeho. What I wish he had done is killed her just so that he can get past the game. Just so he so that he can hear player 456 pass, then kill Daeho for funsies. But no, he didn't want to kill anyone else. He just wanted to kill the person that he wanted to kill. And he had so many people running too. Like, he could have killed, like, at least 4 people in this game. But because he decided, like, no, I'm not that guy. He just wanted to kill Daeho. That's the only one he killed. I wish he killed 44, though. But I'm glad Minsu did, because holy, she was annoying. Also, player 100 pissed me off so much. Player 100 had probably the biggest plot armor I've ever seen in TV history. Because tell me why this dude survived jump rope. Why didn't he go into cardiac arrest? Like, I don't understand that. Why was this man a finalist? I was waiting for him to die, and he just didn't. Until he did. which made me happy. But still, why was he a finalist? Why was Player 100 a finalist? Get this dude out of here. Have you watched Alice in Borderland? Nah. Is that like Alice in Wonderland, but different? Because if so, nah. I feel like SML kind of lost creativity after they had to use puppets, but they still have good video ideas. I agree. SML is not what they used to be. And there's a reason. It's not just the fact that they're using puppets now, because I get that. That's out of their control. They got sued by Nintendo, so they genuinely can't use Mario. Anything, not even just Mario. They can't use any plushies that have association to Nintendo. And I understand that. What I don't like is the fact that their videos now have a very simple formula. They're all about 10 minutes long. They're like 10 to 12 minutes long. They all start the same way where they're just like on the couch just talking, and then it's like everything is so rushed that it's like it doesn't feel like very much happens. And it's also just a bunch of yapping, especially from Brooklyn Guy. They ruined my favorite character. They made Brooklyn Guy annoying. They use him for filler now. Like, it's all yap and nothing happens. And then they'll sometimes whip out those Nintendo animations, which is just Brooklyn Guy yapping about stuff that has nothing to do with the video. And that's why I don't watch SML like that anymore. I'll tap into a video every so often where it'll be like, okay, this seems like a fun video idea. It's probably not going to be that good a video, but we'll see how it goes. I've recently been watching their new Squid Game. Like, they just started a Squid Game Season 3. It's not horrible, but again, it's a lot of filler. Like, in one of the episodes, there's like a 7-minute scene. I think it's like 5 to 7 minutes of just Brooklyn Guy and his friends at a diner, which has nothing to do with Squid Game, by the way. I think the video was like maybe 12 minutes long, and it's more than half of that is just them yapping. Like, holy. Oh, we got Crazy Films. What's up, man? Nah, you good. We just been talking. The stream's actually been going on for over an hour now. That's crazy. I forgot how fast these things go. Like, I was telling them earlier, I haven't done one of these streams in like 3 years, or maybe 2, like 2 years. It's been so long. It's crazy. I miss talking to you guys like this, where I could just yap. Just cause, you know, it's fun. If he didn't kill Daeho, he would lose. Yeah, but what I was saying about Gion is that he could have killed like 3 other people in that game, minimum, and still gotten Daeho. He could have secured a spot in the next round long before he did. But this man really said, nah, I want to kill that one person. I don't want anyone else, just him. So yeah. Why did Patrick get killed early in your new season of Squid Game plush? I don't know. This is already my 3rd time doing a season of Squid Game, so I like to change it up every once in a while. People started getting upset when I killed certain characters off in the 2nd game. Like I saw some people were talking about like Vector and Diddy Kong and Freddy. They were like, "Why'd you kill them off so early?" I was like, okay, you do realize that I gotta kill off somebody. No, there was one person. I don't remember who, but they had a whole list. It was like, don't kill off these characters in the first 2 games. Let them live off past the first 2 games. I'm like, buddy, you realize I gotta kill off somebody in those games, okay? Somebody's gotta die so that others can go on. That's how this whole thing works. So I switch it up every now and then. And Patrick, honestly, realistically, should probably be dying in Red Light, Green Light, just based on his character. But because I have such a personal attachment and bias to him, that's basically the reason why he gets past Red Light, Green Light every time. So this time around, I said, you know what? I'll embrace his stupid and make him the first one to die in Dalgona. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Brooklyn Guy is my king. Yeah, I love Brooklyn Guy. It's just he is the cause of a lot of problems from modern SML. His character is still funny. It's just usually his role in each of the videos, his job rather, is to make sure that each video gets dragged on, which I don't like. I don't like that. What are question crazy film? Okay, I'm assuming that's not for me. Is LeBron or MJ the GOAT? Wow. Wasn't expecting to see that question on here. Listen. There's a lot of Glazers out there. There's a lot of LeBron Glazers that are going to fight me on this. But I don't care. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Y'all can argue with a wall all you want. But that's my opinion. That's what I believe. My dad has a completely different take. He thinks Bill Russell's the GOAT. And I understand that, especially us being Celtics fans. Is that bias? I personally believe it's MJ. LeBron, I feel like, especially since he's still active, there's, I guess, stuff he could do to prove me wrong. He'd have to, at the very least, win another championship. But, I mean, let's be honest. Last couple years, he hasn't had a successful playoff run. He's just not capable of holding up a team anymore. I know what he was in his prime. I just think MJ's prime was better. So I hated 100 probably when he died. He was still saying one more game. Yeah. Have you seen the AI videos where player 100 like dies and then he still says one more game? Because those are funny. Those are stupid, but they're funny. 100 was low-key funny in hide and seek. Yeah. He was really not holding back either. He would he just like let people die. And it was kind of funny. Like, y'all know that one face he made during hide and seek when he was holding the door? If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Where he's like... Also, this might be a hot take, but I know player 100 wanted to be on the red team, and he was trying to switch on the red team. However, this guy did not... He wasn't, like, violent himself. Like, he had violent tendencies where he'll, like, shut the door, he'll let people die, but I don't think this guy has what it takes to kill people. So if this guy was on the red team, I think he would have lost. I don't think he would have actually been able to kill someone. I think it worked out for him that he ended up on the blue team, even if he wanted to be on red. Because he was kind of smart when he was on the blue team. You know, just the way he did things. Let's just kill off all the main characters. No, that's not how this works. Also, I didn't mean that in a mean way. No, I get what you're saying. Chef PP is the best, in my opinion. Honestly, yeah. I'd say out of all the characters remaining in current SML, I think Chef PP is the best these days. He is the only one that gives off the same energy that he did back in Prime SML. Chef PP has always been one of my favorites, but nowadays he honestly kind of carries current SML for me. Brooklyn Guy is still good. It's just he has those problems that I talked about. He's still funny, but he is the cause of filler. That's why everyone started calling him Pumpkin Guy. I don't really know why, but that was basically just their way of dissing on him. To be honest, it was kind of funny when Patrick did get eliminated and Donald Duck. Yeah, it was in Dalgona. That's what I call the game, but it was a different game that they played, but you know what I'm saying. In that game, I brought out Patrick stupid, and then I also brought out like traits of Donald's character too, where he has like anger problems. And then that's where I gave you guys my best Donald Duck impression. I don't know what you guys thought of that, but go back and watch my Squid Game episode 2 and tell me what you think of my Donald Duck impression. I can just do it for you right now. It's where I like that hurts my head to do, but it yeah. Michael Jackson is the GOAT. That's not what I said, but okay. You're a Celtics fan, bro? Same. Yo, that's fire. I honestly guessed it, Crazy Films, because I don't know if you noticed, but your profile picture is now Jason Tatum. I noticed that. I'm like, that's actually fire. Yes, I am a Celtics fan. You might have noticed a couple of Celtics things around my room in my videos. I don't want to show too much. I can show you what's right in front of me. I got a jersey on the wall up there. There's another jersey that's behind me that I don't want to show. I actually have a signed Jason Tatum Funko Pop, which I really love. So, yeah, I got a couple of signed things from Celtics that I acquired through reasons that I'm not gonna share, because that really touches into my personal life. But it's, yeah, so I love the Celtics though. Get a Grimace plush? Oh dear God. Do they even make a Grimace plush? That honestly sounds funny. I might get that just because you said that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually considering it now, cause that'd be funny. That'd be funny. I'll keep that in mind. PVZ plushies favorite. Yeah, Plants vs Zombies plush are cool. I only have one though, and it's Coney. I used to have another one. I had a pirate zombie for a little bit that I actually got with Coney. They were in a bundle. I got them like a couple years back, but then the pirate zombie ended up in that batch that I got rid of by mistake, and I never replaced them. So yeah. What is the best plush in condition and worst condition plush? I don't know. They're all in pretty good condition, even though they're all like used. Like, here's the thing. I don't I cut the tags off of literally all my plushies because I don't even care about their value. Like, once they're in my house, I don't care. I don't have big intentions to like sell them or be like, "Oh, someday they're going to be worth something." I don't believe in that. I believe in personal value more, that I want these plushies and that I could use them for videos, and I believe if I keep the tags on, they'll get a little annoying. So I cut the tags off literally every single one of them. Oh, except I do have a Cloud Strife plush that's still in box. I forgot about that. And that's only because I got him with Sephiroth. So I still have a packaged Cloud Strife, never been opened. That's probably worth a good little bit. Only because I already have a Cloud, so I might as well, since that Cloud has value, and I already have one that I use for videos, I just keep the other one packaged, still in good condition, that I could sell someday. Maybe. Maybe I'll do that, I don't know. You should get a Charizard plush. Yeah, I want to. Charizard is like up there. He's one of the ones that I do want to get, and I probably will within the next couple months. So I'm surprised Coney, the Cone Zombie, is still in your Squid Game series. Yeah, I actually heard a theory that someone, when I was releasing my first episode of Squid Game, someone thought he was gonna die first. And I was like, okay, I could see that, but that's not what happened. He is still alive. We'll see if he wins the whole thing. Do you guys think he's gonna win? He could. You never know. Still a chance. Knicks got really lucky. Almost all of our players were injured in that series. JT tore his Achilles in Game 4. Brown had a particularly torn knee or something. Holiday had a hamstring. I won't doubt that we blew 2 20-point leads, but like the Celts were not healthy in that series. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, the first 2 games of the Celtics-Knicks series, the Celtics sold. They should have won both of those games, but I feel like they just weren't locked in. They just weren't locked in. It's as simple as that. They they were having good games, and they just finished so bad. When they went down 2-0, I was devastated. I said, "Oh no. There's no way we lose here." And then we start pulling it together, and that's when the injuries really begin. The Tatum Achilles injury hurt so much. I watched that game live, and I was devastated. It was like, he was having a legendary game, too. He had like 42 points. 42 points, and they lost that game. They went down 3-1. I'm so glad we won game 5 at least, to give them one, just to not lose in 5. But that's still, especially because I had a couple friends who are Knicks fans, and they will never stop talking about that because, everyone who's not a Celtics fan hates the Celtics. That's just the way it is. They hate us because we're better. But this year isn't going to be a great year for the Celtics. I can already feel that now. It's okay. This is a recovery year. We'll be all right after. But that one still, that just, man. Why did Kermit sound like Sully and Sully sounded like Kermit and Dalgona? Okay. I've really been playing around with Kermit's voice. I'm gonna bring him back to the original Kermit voice.
Like, like this. This is what.
Excuse me. I had something in my throat.
This is what Kermit should sound like.
But for some reason, I've been using the stupid guy voice on him lately, and I keep forgetting why. Like, I just go into filming with Kermit, and he just sounds like that. So, new series, Kermit's gonna have his original voice. Sully, however, I'm gonna keep, just because. Well, I said Chef PP is the GOAT, and now video comes out that says the flesh-eating bacteria. Is that like new? Did they just post that? Because I didn't see it. I don't have notifications on for new SML, so I don't know. But, no, Chef PP. Oh, where Chef PP has the flesh-eating bacteria. That sounds disgusting. I don't even know what direction they take with that. But yeah, no, Chef Peepee's probably the best out of the characters they still have around, at least as of now. Like, OG Brooklyn guy will forever be the GOAT in my eyes. But, now he's filler guy. He's pumpkin guy. He's all the names. Chef PP nowadays, though, he still gives off a lot of the same energy he did back in their prime. So, yeah. Are you going to start using the Grinch a lot more? I wouldn't say a lot. He'll be around here and there. Whenever I can use him, I probably will. Want to make a holiday-themed video this year, like for Christmas. So if I find an opportunity to use him in that, then I will. Other than that, he's pretty much just gonna be here when everyone else is. Like, he'll be in Squid Game. He'll just, yeah, there's not gonna be a lot. There's not a lot I really want to do with him, but yeah. Do you have any Fire Emblem plushies? Right now I don't, but I used to have a Marth plush for like a little bit, and then I got rid of it, and now I don't have any desire to get any Fire Emblem plushies. What is your top 5 biggest plush you have? And I think Coney will try and eat the rope. What? Oh, you mean in Tug of War? You think Coney would try to eat the rope? I mean, he's a little dumb. He's not that dumb. But, top 5 biggest plushies that I own. That Snorlax, as I said, is massive. I mean, look at him over there. He's huge. So there's Snorlax, there's Shrek. I got a lot of semi-big ones, like the Mighty Eagle, Vector, Sully. Those might be the 5, honestly. So I think it goes Snorlax, then Shrek, then Vector, Sully, Mighty Eagle. Those are probably the biggest. So yeah. Squid Game Plush Series Episode 3. Yeah, as I've said, that should be coming out next week. I think you guys are going to like it. And this is where, honestly, Squid Game Episode 3, I'm not going to say much, but there's something about it that takes a slightly different approach from the original season 1 of the show. Because, like, most of the season is very similar. It's, like, the same games as the show. However, there's one little aspect I took out of season 2 that's going to be in it that I hope you guys are going to enjoy. So, stay tuned for that. Weird question. Will the old channel ever come back? Will the old channel ever be back, and is it private? This question doesn't need to be answered. That channel's gone. I don't even have access to it anymore. I deleted it. And I'm going to be honest, that might not have been the move. But I did it. So we're going to stick by that decision. Even though there's just a few videos that I created on there that I kind of wish I could get back. Just a few. So that's the thing with that. But, you know, I had my reasons for doing it. It was part of the whole reset thing. So, yeah, like, people ask me all the time if I could bring videos back from that channel, and I genuinely can't. However, go look up Ethan Wolf Higworld reactions, because Ethan Wolf posted reactions to my Squid Game series season 2 back when those videos were still around, and I think he also did my Phantom Among Us series. So it was like he kind of recorded my videos. Those are just like a few of my videos that technically still exist on YouTube. So yeah. Remember that one OG Higworld vid with the Inklings? I can't remember what it's called. With the Inklings. Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. I don't remember what I called it, but it was this thing where, like, Bowser Jr. had a crush on Inkling Girl, and then Inkling Boy was, like, pissed off or something. And then, like, Bowser Jr. was trying to, like, go on dates with her, and then I actually remember one of my little YouTube buddies at the time. I don't remember who, but he told me that maybe that wasn't a good idea to make that video just because apparently, who is it? I think it's Super Freddy Plush has a thing with his channel, on his channel, where Bowser Jr. and Inkling Girl are like a thing. And he thought I was trying to copy him when I genuinely didn't even know who that was at the time. Yeah, I made that video without, like, knowing that, so I thought it was like a funny little video, so I had no regrets there. But that's you should make a Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. I don't think I've ever had a desire to get a Baby Mario, Baby Luigi plush. I've seen them around in a couple stores before, and I almost bought them one time off an impulse. I was like, should I get them just because? But then I was like, nah, I don't really want them. I don't know. Not gonna lie, SML reminds me of The Simpsons. They run out of ideas and just make characters' personalities flat. Yeah, I haven't really seen, like, the new Simpsons. I've never watched that show, like, what do you call it? I haven't watched a lot of that show. I've seen a couple episodes here and there, but I was never really, like, and I definitely haven't seen the new ones, but that one's been around for a long time. I think they're on, like, what do they have, like, 30 seasons? Like, it's crazy. So I could honestly understand them running out of ideas. But SML's new format is just so stupid. And it's like they've made some of their jokes just don't hit now. Like it's I feel like they're going for something that just doesn't always land. And a lot of their characters are just kind of annoying versions of what they used to be. Like I don't care for like Junior, Joseph, or Cody anymore. And then Braxton, who's Junior's dad, Bowser, he's just I cannot get over how hideous that puppet is. Like I don't see Bowser anymore. That's just the freaking monster. That's ugh. Oh, and then Marvin, like he's all right, I guess. But Rose, holy hell, she is annoying. Rosalina was okay, but Rose is annoying. I hate her. And then Jeffy is still brain rot. That's probably why they still have such a large following, is because of Jeffy. The whole milking Jeffy thing that got them millions of fans, that's where their channel started to take a step downhill, but it didn't hit right away. Now it's one of those things where they're just milking out their same stuff for money, because now it's more of a business than a hobby. They're just doing what makes money. They don't they don't care what the OG fans like. It's just it's that's yeah. I've never been big on Jeffy. He was okay at first, but after a while when he started becoming like consistently cussing Jeffy, that version of him was a little annoying. And that's where the brain rot starts. And that's where it still goes today. I don't even know what to think of him now, cuz he just hasn't changed since that time. He's the same, but since then a bunch of their other characters have gone downhill and Jeffy just kind of stayed put. So he's just kind of caught up in the mix. Um have you seen the channel called Higworld Productions re-uploaded? I did. That was actually run by someone that I kind of knew, but he stopped going after like the first 6 videos. Um, so there's not much there. You can go back and watch my really early videos. Those are from like 2020. I was a little. I was kind of little back then, and you can hear the difference in my voice back then. Cause I was that was 5 years ago. That makes me feel so old. 2020 was 5 years ago. Who's your favorite new plushie? Out of the ones I got recently, I really like Mewtwo, and honestly, I kind of like Chica. I don't know why, but like the Sanshi Chica, I'm gonna show her off again. I don't understand why this thing is so expensive, but she is. And especially compared to the other Sanshi characters. I had a way easier time. I had a much easier time getting all the other Sanshi plushies than I did with her. But the only reason why I got a the only reason why I got a reasonable price on this plush is because she doesn't have the cupcake. And I guess that dropped the price like $200. I only paid like 70 for her, where I could have been paying like 2 or 300. So I don't know why it makes me feel good about having that plush, that she's like she's rare. No, but honestly, this Mewtwo plush is probably my favorite out of the newer ones. So, yeah. Let's see. I wish I could go back to the times in 2020, 2021 when Minato was in his prime. We all loved him. And it's crazy that with one video he gained like 20k subs as well as old Mario and friends. Yeah, I agree. I love Minato Strife in that era. He's what got me so into doing Among Us videos in the first place. That was like his thing. He was the king of Among Us. And then and then he just I get why he got tired of doing it, and he also just didn't want to forever be known as the Among Us guy, because he was just gonna get himself stuck in this trap where he could never, if he got like too much popularity off of Among Us, it would have just been his thing. He never would have been able to escape it. He'd be the Among Us guy forever, the Among Us plush guy. But he didn't have to just do Among Us content. He could have kept that channel going and switched over to other stuff. Like, I'm kind of sad, honestly, that he just walked away from the channel altogether, at least for a while. But yeah, I missed him in his prime. But still, I feel like he had potential for other things. He could have done like Squid Game. He said he was going to do Squid Game on that channel with 100 players. I would have loved to see Minato do a Squid Game. I know he recently kind of did one on Sonic and Friends, because I went and watched that video and I was honestly underwhelmed. Just because it's, I like the quality of the games. That part was cool. I was just disappointed because it was all Sonic characters, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised by, because it's Sonic and Friends. That's his whole channel, is Sonic. Everything is Sonic. And then Jack was also there for some reason. I don't know why he bothered to even include Jack, but not like other people. So yeah, I tend to get underwhelmed by Squid Game series that don't have a lot of people, because it's like, okay, it honestly feels like not big. I feel like having a lot of people is what makes it big, and that's what gives it similar energy to the show. You don't need 456 players, but I feel like at least 50 is a good number. But no, he had to keep it Sonic plus Jack. So yeah. Make a game night plush series. I probably won't do a series of game night, but I can definitely do a video where they just play board games, cuz I don't see myself having a lot of direction with a series like that. But I'll definitely probably I could do a video of a game night at some point. The reason why Chica is so expensive is because of the magnet that holds Chica and the cupcake together. Oh, wait, it's really a magnet? I don't know. I don't feel it, but that's kind of cool, I guess. But I opted to get one that doesn't have the cupcake so that she'd be cheaper. And I honestly feel like I got a good deal on that one, so it was worth it. Will you ever get L from Death Note? I don't even watch Death Note, so probably not. You can feel free to recommend plushies to me if you really want to see me use them. But there's some of them that I'm not too familiar with the history of. Like again, I've never watched Death Note, so I don't see a lot of purpose in getting L, but I'll keep that in mind, I guess. I'm just gonna say it now. By the way, I hope I don't offend anyone. I've never watched your new Squid Game because I love your regular videos. I've just gotten so tired of Squid Game. Regular videos interest me more. That's fair, honestly. That's kind of why that's why I stopped doing Squid Game stuff for a while, because I even gained more popularity from Squid Game. It was like Minato. Now I can see in my comment section fans begging for more Squid Game. Yeah, I had a very similar problem, is where like everyone started asking me to do a Squid Game series on this channel, and for a while I was just like, no, like that's not happening. I'm not gonna tie myself down to another Squid Game series. But now it's like, it's honestly my love of the show keeps that going. Like the new seasons dropped, I was like, okay, I kind of want to do this again. And it reminded me why I wanted to in the first place. It wasn't me like hopping on a trend. It was because I loved the show. And once I was reminded of that, I was like, okay, I could do this. So honestly, yeah, like I'm trying to make it even better than what I had before. But the series I have going now is like features like almost half the guys that are in front of me right now due to circumstance, but then I want to do like another season where I have like way more people than I ever have before. Like there's already like almost 120 plushies in this room. That right there is more than I've ever had in one season of Squid Game. So I feel like it'd be pretty cool to just have one big hurrah of just Squid Game stuff. But I also really enjoy like regular content. Like watching SML again, like I go back and watch old SML sometimes. It brings me back to those days where it reminds me why I started YouTube in the first place, why I wanted to do this. This all predates Among Us and Squid Game stuff. It was just regular plush content where it wasn't all trends, you know? So it's like it brings me back to that time back in like 2020, like summer 2020. That was where I was on that grind to start up my channel, and that was where I was riding off of pure joy. I only had 10 subscribers for the longest time, and I was desperate to get more, but I was like, there's not a lot you can do. And then it just kind of started happening naturally, also because I hopped on those trends. But it's like I appreciate the popularity from it, but I try to find a balance. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. It's like I'll do my regular content with the Hig World series, and then I'll do Squid Game. My Hig World series, some of those videos aren't going to get a lot of views, and that's okay. They don't have to. Not every video has to reach like a certain amount of popularity. Like I'm just going to run my channel how I want to now. It's, I'm going to do a mix of this regular content in my Hig World series to build up this new image for my channel, and then I'll also do Squid Game where I can still have a good time and get a good amount of views. It seems like a pretty good balance. I'm not that concerned about views, because if I were, I'd be running my channel different. But it's nice to see at the end of the day, because my first episode of my new Squid Game series already has way more views than like any other video on my channel. And that's kind of expected, but So that's mostly what's gonna happen on my channel. I don't plan on having any other series now. Like maybe in the future, if there's something else I really want to do, I might, but it's not gonna be the same old stuff. I can't remember if you have a Spider-Man. I used to have a Spider-Man. I don't anymore. He's gone. Why do the Sanshi FNAF plush so much if the Funko plush look better? I like the Sanshi plush, in my opinion. I don't know why. I mean, the Funko plush look good. It's just, there's something about Sanshi that I like better. Like, they're a little bit bigger. They're a little bit nicer, in my opinion. I don't know. It was also, I kind of bought the Sanshi Bonnie, like, last summer because I found a really good deal on him. Like, I just kind of bought him off an impulse, and I was like, wow. So then I wanted the rest, and that's where I started looking for the rest. And that's where I decided, like, okay, I'm going to get all of them Sanshi. I'm going to figure this out. So, no more Funko FNAF plushies. It's all Sanshi now, but that's just my opinion. I just like the Sanshi ones a little bit more. Not trying to be rude. Sanshi and Funko are the company names. Yeah. Would you consider getting Sans from Undertale? I have Sans actually. I used him in a couple videos. He's in the pile somewhere actually. I don't know where. Um, where? Oh, he's way back here. But yeah, there's Sans. So I have Sans. I have Papyrus. I don't need any more Undertale plushies. If that answers your question. Plush content is so interesting to me. It's it's usually just kids who watch it, but I want to be a film producer one day, and it's nice that I can convey my stories without showing my face and get that there's going to be people who bully me. But like I understand that if I was a plush tuber. Yeah, I get that too. That's why I like doing this too because I I feel like I'm a little old to be doing what I'm doing, but you know what? I don't care because I like doing it. If it's something that brings you joy, then honestly go for it. Like that's why like okay, like my parents probably would feel weird about me having all these plushies if it wasn't like connected to something. If it was just have them just to have them, but they appreciate at least what I do, that I'm using them to be creative, to do this thing, and it's like they're cool with that. And it's I'm also personally into film. I'm actually taking a few classes right now on film, and I'm kind of connecting some of that into stuff I've done previously, mostly off of YouTube. And also, as far as the whole bullying thing goes, I don't think I don't think there's a lot you should be worrying about there. I mean, all I'm gonna say is that's more so a thing when you're younger. Whereas if you're older and you have something like this that's like actually working for you, if you can get successful off of this, no one's gonna bully you. It's gonna be like SML doesn't get bullied, but that's like big, big, you know. But it's also at a certain point you kind of just have to like not really care what people think. I mean, I don't share this with many people in my personal life just because that's my choice. I don't have to. Um, cuz it doesn't have to be your whole identity in your personal life, That's one thing I like about this is that I can do this thing and connect it with other people that I don't even necessarily know. And that's why I don't show my face or reveal a lot about my identity or anything, is because I can do this thing without all these people knowing me in real life. And there's something about that I kind of like. It makes me feel like I'm a little more free to kind of do what I want with it, where people aren't going to look at me and be like, oh, that's you. Like, that's this guy, like that's why you guys don't know what I look like. That's why my personal information is, if I were to ever get like really big on here, revealing my personal identity is just gonna be inevitable, but I realistically don't see that happening. I can set goals, but I don't think I really have the dedication. I mean, if someday I got like a crew of people like SML did and like really committed to this, I could do it. Like I could get, I'm not saying like millions, but I could really like make a name for myself on YouTube. I feel like, because if I have enough dedication for it, where I just put everything into it, I'll have enough time to do it because this is what I do. So yeah. Um, what did you replace you funky plushies with? Okay, that's yes. I replaced my Funko FNAF. I replaced my Funko FNAF plushies with Sanchi plushies. So I no longer have the Funko ones. I now have Sanchi ones. I'm still mad at Ganondorf for what he did to Deadpool in Marbles. Yeah, he was kind of a jerk. The Dodge Marble game, though, it was kind of funny, though. People unsub to me for starting a plush channel. You can't really be too fixated on that. I mean, yeah, people will unsub sometimes, but I promise you, if you just commit, keep pushing, like you'll get more subs. That'll outweigh whatever it was. Like I struggled with that for a while. I was really having a hard time understanding how some people got views and subs and stuff so easily where I felt like I was struggling for a while. So, oh, I'm gonna need to charge my phone soon. That's not good. Um, Saf is like 25. I mean, probably. I don't know how old he is exactly, but it's definitely like early 20s. It's gotta be because back in 2020, he wasn't a kid, and that was years ago. You could tell by his voice that he was already probably like 18 around that time, maybe around there. I don't know. I only get like 50 views on my use videos, but I don't care. I still make them for fun. That's good. You should be making them for fun. You shouldn't be just concerned about views. As long as you enjoy what you're doing on YouTube, then you go ahead. You do what you want. I don't recommend doing it just for views, but that's also why I started YouTube is because I enjoyed it. And I feel like everyone who's on YouTube should do it because they enjoy it. And if it's not something you enjoy, then maybe reconsider. Let's see. Waluigi pissed me off in Glass Bridge. Yeah, he kind of turned into a villain in a very predictable way where he's all like, meh, I'm not gonna go, you go, wah. Did you realize this stream is 2 hours? God damn. You're right. This has been going on for 2 hours. I've been sitting on the floor this whole time. You guys know that? That's stupid, but it's fun. Minato was like 15 or 16 in 2020, which surprised me because he sounds like he's 20. He's got a good voice though. Oh, okay. I thought he was a little older, but I guess. No, he had to be, in 2020, he was at least 16 because Minato released that one video where Woody goes to Taco Bell and like he was actually driving a car. So at minimum he was 16. What's with the Spider-Man mask in your vids? Oh, well, there's a simple answer to that. So to those of you who don't know, in my Squid Game series, I used the Spider-Man mask for the soldiers. And there's a simple answer to that. And that is, I don't own any other masks. Like, that Spider-Man mask, that's the only face mask I have. I could have bought special ones for Squid Game with the actual shapes on them, but I didn't want to. I didn't feel like spending money on that. And I could have made custom ones, but I don't make a lot of custom stuff, so I don't know how that would have gone. And I just thought it'd be easier, you know, because I got the hoodies to distinctify their colors, but it's like, I just throw on that Spider-Man mask just because I also think it's funny, you know? It's also like, it must have been pretty funny for you guys. At least I thought this was funny, where I, like, as the front man, am like faced away from the camera with the black hoodie on my head. So then I start turning around. You guys probably think I'm gonna do like a face reveal, and then I just got a Spider-Man mask on. Like, I kind of thought that'd be a little funny, so that's also why I did it. And I'll be keeping it going for as long as the front man is in the videos. I just got my first PVZ. Are you talking about like plushie or game or? Cause I've never played PVZ before, but I mean, as I said, I only have one PVZ plush. I also got a Squid Game plush. Nice, nice. Fun fact actually, my girlfriend got me the Squid Game guard soldier whatever plush that I have. So if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have bought a Squid Game soldier and I would have maybe kept the other like Spider-Man mask guards around. So, yeah. I'm a Redskins, Commanders, and Celtics fan, which is a weird combo, but I've seen people with it. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of football. But I used to the Washington Commanders. That's random, but yeah, I honestly forget that they're a team. I'm a Giants fan. I used to be a Patriots fan because my family's big on like Boston teams, which is like the Patriots aren't Boston, but they're like New England, which is technically Boston. So I used to be like Patriots by default, but then I wasn't too into them, and then I kind of switched over to the Giants. Even though, again, I don't watch a lot of football, I'm more into watching basketball, but I'm like Giants Celtics. So, um, used to watch Among Us people, huh? You used to use Among Us people as the guards. Oh, you're right about that. The Among Us plushies are also gone, so that's why I made that change. I kind of forgot that I did that, but yeah, I don't have the Among Us plushies anymore, so that's why I switched over the soldiers. So, in case you were wondering about that, those guys don't exist anymore. So, yeah. If you kept Spider-Man, you should have made him the guards. Well, it'd be weird if I had a Spider-Man plush be the guard. I think it's better for me to just wear the mask, cause then it's like me. I'm so pissed that Al Horford is leaving Boston. I know, everyone is leaving Boston. They're tearing that whole team apart. Drew Holiday's already gone. Kristaps Porzingis is already gone. Tatum's gonna be out. We're not gonna have anyone next year, and it's gonna be a hard year, but it's okay because it's a rebuilding year, sort of, and a resting year. So it's not gonna be great, but we'll be okay. Once Tatum comes back, we will be fine. Can you show us the setup for Tug of War? Um, no. That's like I would, but it's kind of been dismantled already, so I can't. Um, but I think it's like pretty cool. It's different from what I did before, cause it's like I'm actually able to do it in the basement now instead of going up and using chairs. Like it's a little different, but I think it's cool. I used Build a Bear Stormtrooper for the guard, but now I'm gonna use the guard. I remember that one scene in the brawl with Huggy Wuggy struggling Elmo. Yeah. Um, that was funny. They're both funny characters. Oh, you just reminded me of something. Back when I was doing my season 2 of that Squid Game series, there was like some guy. I don't remember who, but there was somebody who like freaking loved Huggy Wuggy and Elmo. Like those were his two favorite characters, and then he would comment in all of my videos asking me to bring them back. Like after I killed them off in Squid Game, be like you should make a video where you bring these two back. I'm like no, that's not how this works. I can't just bring people back. I mean, I could if I really wanted to. I kind of did once, but that was for plot reasons. I'm not just gonna bring random people back. Um. So yeah, but that was funny. What was your favorite video you have made on the channel? You talking about my new channel or my old channel? Because if you're talking new channel, I kind of answered that earlier. Um, I'm gonna get my phone charger. I'll be right back. Oy. I gotta get a little closer to the wall so it can actually reach. Hey, that's better. Oh, I got Joe right here again. Hey. Yeah. Joe Cam. Da-na-na, da-na-na. You guys remember that? Should I bring that back? The Joe Cam and Squid Game? Cause I really liked that. I did that in like the first two, I think. I freaking love Joe, man. I don't know how this guy honestly became the icon of my channel. I just kind of impulsively, cause it's Mario used to be the face of my channel. I don't know how many of you remember this, but I used to Mario used to be the face of my channel. I was Higworld Mario Productions. That used to be my name. And then I decided, you know what? Enough of the Mario branding, because you see that everywhere. Everyone has Mario as the face of their channel, and I wanted to switch it up. So I instead decided to just be Higworld Productions, choose a new character to be my mascot, and I think it was because he was like the old host of my original Total Plush series. So he just kind of became the face of the channel. And then people were so confused about it, but now you guys love Joe, so I knew you'd come around. Joe is a god. Absolutely. Look at this god right here. This is by far the most superior character on my channel. Nobody's beating Joe in a one-on-one. Like let's be so for real. He is undefeated. I'm gonna sit him right here so that I can just watch all of you while you sleep. Nothing weird though. He's just always watching. I forgot you had that Halo guy, whatever it is. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna show him off again. This is Master Chief. He was an oldie on my old channel. OGs will remember him, but he used to be red. Now he's not red. He is actually correct. He's supposed to be green, so I got a green one. So yeah. I think he's pretty cool. My main character on my channel is some random Redskins bear. That's cool. Joe Cam from Monkey Bars. Yeah. All hail the Joe King. He is the king. Look at him. And he used a voice changer for his voice. Yeah, I did. Except I don't have that app anymore. But if I ever bring him back, I think I'm gonna bring back like at least a very similar voice. Like I'm gonna try to find like a good like robotic voice to use. Cause I liked that for him. But yeah, he was like one of the goats of my old Among Us series. He was one of the ones who got caught in the lore. He was like the smart guy who was like he was doing the hacking and whatnot. So yeah. I remember his death scene. Yeah. Master Chief death scene in Squid Game. I'm gonna admit, I didn't like to admit it at the time, but I kind of have to. I stole that from Neonite. I don't really know why. Like, but like I found like when Neonite did that thing with the I don't remember that character's name, but the one whose like battery was dying, and then it just died like in the middle of Tug of War. I was like, oh, I have a droid character. Like, what? Like, that's a good idea. I didn't even mean to copy him, but that was totally stolen, and I don't even really know why, but because I don't try to directly copy people. I did when I was like little. I did that a lot. But since I've had like this channel and my last channel, I've tried to steer away from that for the most part. But he even called me out on it. And I was like, yeah, I can't deny it. So it was kind of stupid for me to do that, but you know, it's out there, so don't even matter. The video doesn't even exist on YouTube anymore, so it doesn't even like matter at all. But I do kind of feel bad about doing that. But it's whatever now. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just. Yeah. I might end the stream soon, just because it's been going on for so long. So I'd say any last questions or anything you want to ask or say, I'd do it now. So yeah, use Master Chief as the person to try to find the Squid Game Island. That's not a bad idea. He's probably just gonna be a player, but I'll keep in mind having someone like that. It was nice talking to you. Yeah, you too, Crazy Films. It's been a while. I remember the old days. 2022 was like really prime for everybody. We were all. I know I was on that grind. I was doing like 5 different series at once. I don't know how I did it. Now it's like things are different. I can't do a bunch of videos at once, but I do my best. Hi, I'm that one guy that chatted on my sister's account. Cool. And it's Metaton from Undertale. Metaton, that's her name or his name. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched Neonite content. And that's literally how I found that one. Like that guy. 'Cause I'd never heard of him before that, but yeah. I've been talking for a really long time. I can feel it in my voice when that happens, that I've just been straight up yapping for 2 hours to nobody. I mean, like, yeah, I'm talking to you guys, but like, it's not like having a conversation, like a live conversation, It's funny. But no, I can talk for a really long time if someone lets me. Like if there's people that are just listening, then yeah, I'll just start talking. And if I mean, you guys are saying stuff back, so that gets me going on like more stuff. So that's what's fun about these streams is that I just start yapping. Although this is probably gonna be a nightmare to go back and watch because this is like 2 hours. That's crazy. Will you ever get a Big Chungus plush? Do they actually make a Big Chungus plush? Because if they do, I'd consider it, but realistically, probably not. But if they do, then I'll be damned. There's no way. No, they don't have a Big Chungus plush. That can't be real. He just made Among Us Deluxe 8. Oh, really? 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 Present them. Sorry, I love that guy. I don't even remember that dude's name, but the present them guy. He's funny. No, but Neonite, I thought he gave up on Deluxe Among Us. I haven't watched that series in years. I think the last one I saw was the 6th one. And then I found out months later that he made a 7th one. I was like, wow, this series is still going. That's crazy. And then I heard about an 8th one, but I didn't think he was gonna get it, but good for him. Alright, good night. I see some people are probably leaving, saying their goodbyes, so I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. But yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed streaming again. quite a bit, as you could tell by the fact that I ran up, was that 2 hours and 20 minutes? Holy crap. That's a lot of talking. All right. Yeah, so it's been fun. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one whenever I do this. I'll probably just doing I'll probably just be doing this like randomly. It's not really a schedule, but just sometimes updates, random yap sessions and chatting and basically Q&As. That's what I like most about doing these is answering your questions and updating on stuff. That's always fun. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon, and Squid Game will be out hopefully next week. I hope. I'm gonna try to hold myself up to that because I filmed most of that episode today, and then I'm gonna finish like tomorrow if I can. And then this weekend I'm gonna be going out of town for like 3 days, so I'll try to use some of that time where I'm away from home to actually edit so that I can get this done. So, see you guys.